Everyone. It's Friday. Good morning. Okay, so Rose Ward, Stampersdelight.com. Sorry about my voice. I was out last night with some friends, so a little hoarse this morning. So glad you could join me for Facebook Friday morning. So, again, Rose Ward, Stampersdelight.com. Grab your coffee, grab your tea, and come stamp with me. Now for today, this is a little giveaway right here. I saved, let me just throw these on. I saved this mug for this morning because it's got little elves on it. And this morning we'll be playing with Elfie. So again, let me grab my coffee. And let's get started. Okay, so a couple of things. Good morning, Deb. Good morning, Donna. So a couple of things I want to remind everybody is the Christmas time suite. This goes live November 1st. Okay, it's a great suite. I'll actually be using 2 of the dies today. You can actually get this now in your starter kit. So just contact me and I'll tell you how. Trust me, best thing you'll ever do for yourself. Okay, so I just want to remind you about that. Also, I do want to just let you know that I have my retreat next weekend. So this is my last Facebook Live. I won't be on Sunday and I won't be on next week at all. Next weekend, Friday or Sunday, because I have my retreat. So I'm sorry about that. But I may hop on and do a quick YouTube video, which of course I will put onto Facebook. I do have my retreat and I got to get ready for that. So if you're coming to the retreat, let me show you something else we have. Stampin' Up! Now has these great grocery bags. I know a lot of stores you have to buy the grocery bags because they're not giving out plastic ones. So you can actually get these now through Stampin' Up! And if you're coming to my retreat, you may actually get one. Okay, so let's get stamping. Okay, again, here's my October host code. So you can use that if you're going to order online. Just going to move this out of the way. And it's up here also if you need it. One thing I wanted to show you last week when I was on every hour or 2 hours for World Card Making Day. How many cards did you make and send out? I actually sent out 50 yesterday. So anyway, I got a few cards in the mail yesterday. So this beautiful card with the magnolia is from my friend Kathy. So Kathy, yes, I will see you at Hartford next month. Beautiful card. This wicked little Halloween card, so cute, is from Nathan Spear. Nathan, thank you so much. What a great job. I love it. So thank you so much for the cards. Today we're going to be looking at, and I call it Elfie. It actually is hashtag Elfie. And again, that's why I held off on that one coffee mug until today. I just love this little set. They are just adorable. The other, I will be using the Believe from the Itty Bitty Christmas, another go-to stamp set. I love them. This goes with everything. And then, as I said, you'll see in the cards that I've done, I used the dies from the roses, Christmas time. And these are 2 of the greatest dies right here. Now, remember, when this goes live, you can order the whole suite, or you can order just the dies, just the stamp set. But, you know, to save money, you order the whole suite. So I did use those dies. I wanted to show them to you. After my retreat next weekend, I will be putting together a lot more videos. And if you're coming to the retreat, I'm so happy to have you. I am already starting to work on my winter retreat, which will be in February during celebration time. So, okay. So, Elfie, let's see what we got going here. Let me just grab some of the cards that I've done. I'll show you those. Okay. So, the first card I like to call my Elf on a Shelf. I just took some of the Designer Series paper that was wood and made 2 little shelves. Oh, Donna, I wish you were coming to my retreat too. You'll be here in spirit. And then this one, if you notice, he's actually standing on a present. right there. But I cut the present off so that it looks like he's standing on the shelf. And I put the present on the other shelf. So this is my elf on a shelf. Oh, thank you, Stacy, for sharing my videos. Yes, please share my videos. And also don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. I thank everyone that's been helping me get to where I am. Okay, so this is my elf on a shelf card. Just so stinking cute. Put him over here. The next one I did with the winter knit background. If you can see it on the blueberry bushel. And of course the Night Before Christmas designer series paper. So I don't know if you can see that sweater background. Great embossing folder. Hi, Jennifer. Yes, Peggy will be here for the retreat, and it's also her birthday. Okay, so that's the inside of that one. The next one I did, of course, I did with the matching envelope. And this again is the Night Before Christmas stamp designer series paper, which of course has the Christmas stockings. And there's the little guy in his Christmas stocking. So I thought that was a cute little card to put together. And then, of course, I used my blends on these. You can use the regular markers. You can use our watercolor pencils. Okay. So that's another one. Now, I did promise you that I was going to use the Wobbles. So let me show you those. I put them in a plastic bag. You get these on Amazon. And they're little wobbly things. Okay. And you'll see how I'm going to use those. They're sticky on both sides. And you can make... I found... It didn't matter which side I used. But I think this one wobbled more. So these are the Wobbles. I got a bag of 100. You can get smaller bags if you want. Okay, so let's see some Wobble cards. Here's the first one, and this is where I use the Itty Bitty Christmas Believe. There he is. He's wobbling. Hi, Linda. Linda, I'm sorry I have yet to get your package out. I will do that this weekend. Linda won one of the door prizes. And then you open that up. And I just kept using the same inside saying that comes with it because it's such an adorable saying. So, again, this is with our snowman background paper. And it just coordinates so well. So what I did, of course, with the elf is I cut them out. Now, there's no dies for them. So you have to fussy cut them. I can't lie. I have a scan and cut for anything I don't have dies for. Sometimes it works great like this one. Sometimes not so much. And then what I did was I put it on our Starburst punch background. And there you can see the Wobble back there. And I just like playing with it. So there you go with that one. The next one I'm going to show you is a Z-fold card. But I forgot. I also did the envelope with that one. Because remember, when you cut your 6x6 paper to do a regular card, you have that strip left. And I'm trying to use up all my strips by using the matching cards. Good morning, Karen. Okay, so this designer series paper is, I think it's the plaid. Yes, it's the plaid. Okay. And I used it on this side because it just looked like stars to me. So this is actually a Z-fold card, but I glued that one part that you push back. I glued it down. So again, here's a Z-fold card. And there's my little wobbly guy. Again, here's some more designer series paper with the Christmas stockings. And this is the wrapped in plaid. So you can see that up there. And of course, I used my oval dies. When you open this one, guess what? You got another little no peek guy, and he's got a little wobble to him too. And then, of course, the Christmas saying with the snowflakes down here. So this guy's got two little wobbles. What else I did was a couple of tags. So this one is was leftover sweater embossing, embossing folder. So I took that strip, and of course I used it with our tag punch, and I made a little cute little tag here. No peeking. And you can see that I used the Coastal Cabana and the Bermuda Bay. Not just Christmas colors. Another piece I had left over was from the night before Christmas, and I made a little wobble tag. You can see the wobble behind there, just for you. So I got another little cute tag. And now everything else here that I'm going to show you, we're going to be stamping. So the first thing is my fun fold for today, and it's a basic step card. So this is the card if you were flattened it out and looked at it. Okay, and it opens up. Now I'm going to flip the camera for a minute because you really have to see it this way. This is the way the card would sit. Okay, so it's going to sit like this, and you see that it's got pieces to it. Okay, so let me just show you. Again, I know it's hard to see when you're doing it this way, but it would sit like this, and you really have to make sure that you have a good, so it stands up like that. And if you're looking at it this way, it's got the different steps. So this is a basic step card, and that's what I'm going to show you right now. So to start with the basic step card, you're going to take a piece of cardstock that's 5.5 by 12. All right, and then you're going to score it. Now remember, I will put still shots and the measurements on later. You are going to score this. Make sure I put my blade down there. You're going to score it at 4 inches. And you see I have my new paper trimmer. You're going to score it at 4 inches. Open up the arm here. I got all my blocks in the way. You're going to score it at 4. You're going to score it at 8. You're going to score it at 9.25. 10.5. And 11.25. Okay. Oh, thank you, Julie. You can't help but have great cards because they're so stinking cute. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is do my folds. You want to really use your bone folder and get a good crisp edge on all of them. And that's all I'm doing right now before I put it together, okay? So now, we got to make sure we got this going right. Okay. And I like to fold it back and forth until I can get the way I want it. Okay, this guy's going to go this way. Up and then down. Okay. There you go. So you can see, it's like a bunch of W's, I guess you would call it. So this stands up like this now. Let me just flip the camera again so you can see. I know it doesn't do it justice this way, but you'll see the still shots. I think you get the idea. Okay, once you have that, and again, you really want to make sure you score this really good and use the bone folder on it. Now I'll bring in my other pieces. Oh, I forgot to show you. I did a matching envelope for that too. For the back side. Okay, so now let me bring in my pieces here that I've already done. I've already cut these and everything, so. Okay. So I'm using different background paper from the night before Christmas. So this background piece right here is 4 by 5. That's going to go back here with a little red edging. And I'm just going to use my snail to make it quicker. Again, this is a basic step card. There's other ones out there, which I'll be doing later in the month or next month. And then the next piece you want to do for this, okay, so if you look at it, there's the back. That flips up. So this piece right here. The next piece is a strip that's 1 inch by 5 1/4, and that's going to go right here. And you can use whichever side you want. I was going to use the other side, but now I think I might use this side because it's got this sleigh. I was going to use that side. Changed my mind already. I'm just going to add that strip right there. These are so cute, these step cards. Okay. And then nothing here. And on the last piece, that's going to stand up. That's 3/4 by 5 1/4. Now this one's got the Santa sled cut off, so I don't want to use that side. So I'm going to use this side. And again, you can use whatever side on the Designer Series paper that you want. And we're just going to line that up to the one behind it. And there you have that. Okay. Leonie says she knows what she's going to use stamp this weekend. Okay. So that's that. Now, I've already gone ahead and cut and colored because I didn't want to have you watch me color everything. My little elves. Okay, what I am going to bring in, oh, those aren't the ones for, that's the wrong elves. Okay, here's the elves for this one, right here. Colorful little guys. And here is the framelit from the Christmas Time Roses. I'm going to go ahead and stamp that in Poppy Parade. Let me just get that done. And I should have a couple strips over here of white. I know I did. Let me grab another one. These strips are just leftovers from when I cut a lot of cardstock. And I save these because these little strips are perfect for sayings. Okay. And I'm going to grab the saying that goes also with this stamp set is a happy hello. And I'm just going to put that right here. I'll cut that down in a minute. So now I got everything here. I'm going to go ahead and start. Oh, nope. Before I do that, I wanted to show you something else. I use the puff paint to make it look like snow on these little guys. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, which on live TV is... This comes out very fast, okay? You just gently want to dot some of this because it does come out fast. And you don't want it to run. Okay, so I'm just putting some of that in there. It might smush down in certain spots, but that's okay. Okay, we're going to put a little on this guy here. And I think that's good. Okay, so what I found with the puff paint, I'm bringing my heat tool, is let it heat up. Let your heat tool heat up just for a couple of seconds. And then, whoop, move him. I'm going to move him over here. Okay, and then hit it with the heat gun. There it goes. I love the puff paint. Reminds me of when my son was little because we had, Stampin' Up! Had it years ago. And that's one of my son's favorite things to play with. And let me grab this guy over here. Just be very careful because it is not like a hair dryer. It is a lot hotter. Donna says she's in bed watching me because she's in Australia. I wish I was still in bed. Okay. And I just like to hit it all one more time just to make sure. Okay. So that's the puff paint. Okay. And then what I'm going to do is just put them on my card. So what I did was, for the first saying, I'm going to put that down at the first lip of the card. And again, you can use snail, tombow. I have everything over here, but I'm going to use my snail. When you snail that down, you want to make sure that you don't have any snail here, because that's got to be freestanding. I'm going to go ahead and put my little guy here. Okay. If you get a little snail back there, just use your embossing buddy and get that glue off there. So it would sit like that. The next one I'm going to do is this little guy. I'm going to put him right about here so you can see him when the card is closed. You want to be able to see him. Okay. And with that, I'm going to use some dimensionals, which I know are here. There they are. Okay. So I'm just going to add a couple of dimensionals to him at the bottom. You can always add more if you need it. So he's going to go right there. Now, you don't want it too far up because you want it to fit in your envelope. And then this little guy, I'm also going to do dimensionals. But he's going to be totally flat. And don't worry if you're using blends that you can see through, that they bleed through the back, because they do, but you're not going to see that. Again, you can use your watercolor pencils or your regular markers. I don't want to push down too hard on that and flatten out my puff paint. And then he's going to go right here. Then I got my little holiday hello. I'm just going to go ahead and snip that. You'll see on this one I use the framelit to the It's a Wonderful Time of Year. This one I'm just going to put right there, but I'm also going to put dimensionals on that. Remember, I'll put everything on the Facebook page later today, and also on my YouTube channel. Don't forget to subscribe to that, and every time I put a YouTube video up there, you will get a notification. So we're just going to put that right there. So when you close it, it's going to look like this. And then it looks like this. I know it doesn't do it justice. I can't hold it the right way. So that's a basic step card. Now I want to add a little bit more to it. So I'm going to go ahead and grab my I'll grab my scissors. Nope, there we go. I'll take this one. And I'm going to add some of my little glimmer dots here, or glitter dots. I'm going to put one on each side here. These are the Christmas ones, the red and green. And then I'm going to just add a couple right here to brighten that background. Maybe one more over here. Okay. And there is a basic step card. Now remember, I said that I had a strip left, which is this. Okay, so that's the back of this one. So I'm just going to grab my envelope real quick. And I can make it match here or make it match there. I like this side better. Well, actually, I like them both, but I'm going to go ahead and just snail that down. Now, it doesn't fit the whole lip, so I leave just a strip there. And I'm just going to trim that off. I have a couple more cards to show you, so don't go anywhere. I actually start work 15 minutes later every other Friday, so I don't have to rush. And there's my matching, not with the dimensional on it. There's my matching envelope. Okay. And again, the still shots will show up better. Okay, so that's my basic step card. Now what I'm going to show you is another cute little card. Yes, I'm going to definitely show you the wobbles too. I'm going to bring this one in. I haven't done this yet. I'm just kind of winging this one. Okay, so here I have the pretty peacock. And we're just going to fold that in half. If you're asking any questions, I will get to those. Okay. the next piece I have is real red, and that's with the winter knit background. I'm going to snail that down. Oh, this little guy is so cute to make so many different cards. Now, I took a piece, this is leftover glitter paper, you can see, and it was a piece this big, and all I did was tear it in half, tear it towards you, and now I have 2 pieces of snow. I have to trim this because this has to be 4 inches across. So let me just bring in my paper trimmer. Go to the 4 score mark. Cut that. Again, I like to use up as much scraps as I can, and the reason is because then I have less to clean up. There we go. And then I'm just going to arrange those on my paper. Like that. Okay, so the first one I'm going to do is right about there. I'm going to snail that down. I'm not going to put too much snail at the top because I want to put my little elves in there. Okay, now I have my 3 little elves. And I'm going to lift this up right here. Put him there. I'm just seeing where I want to arrange them. He's going to go right here. He's going to go right here. So now that looks like they're playing in the snow. Okay, now that I know where I want them, I'll go ahead and snail these down. I'm not going to use dimensionals. You can. I'm just going to snail him down. Pull him out. Put a nice long strip there. Pull him up just a little bit so I can see more of them. This one I am going to put on dimensionals just so he pops out or she pops out. Put that one right there. Again, I'm going to grab a strip that I had. And I'm going to grab that. You know what? Let's see. I have the Believe. So let me use that. I'll use the itty bitty backgrounds. And for this one, I'm going to... Okay, let me grab the Poppy Parade. You could use real red, but I have Poppy Parade here. So I'm just going to go ahead and put Believe on there. And then let's see, do I want him here or do I want it here? I think I'm going to put it at the top. Again, I'm just going to snip it off, or you could make a little banner if you wanted. So let's do a little banner. I don't get too crazy about if it's even or not. Sorry. Sorry, I don't. Okay, that's going to go right up there. Let me use a dimensional for that. Now, for that, my side pieces work great. We'll use that right there. I'm going to add that right there. And then I'm going to bring in my glitter dots again. And this time I think I'll use the green. I don't know where my Take Your Pick tool is, so I'm using the old one. I'm going to throw some glitter dots right here. And you have a cute card. This elves playing in the snow. And then, of course, the saying, may your Christmas be merry and full of delight with a new year that's happy, healthy, and bright. Cute little saying. Oh, wow. Really? Somebody has another friend named Rose Ward. Oh, I get it. You have a dear... Okay, I got it. Takes me a minute in the morning. Okay, and then I'm going to just put my little present there. Your friend was watching me. Thank you so much for tuning in. And I'm going to put that in there. And there you have another cute little card. Okay, so let's see. This envelope I already did. I just had an extra piece left over. So we have another cute card. Okay, so let's look at doing a wobble card. Okay, so I'm going to bring this in. Now, this wobble card is not like the other ones. I haven't done this one yet. Okay, so I have a piece of real red cardstock. I'm going to go ahead and fold that. For this one, I took the Christmas paper, Night of Christmas, with the hats. And then here's another piece, which I use the oval. I want that side. And here's my little elves. Now, let me show you the wobbles. Again, I got some right here. And if you wanted to, they're too big. I mean, it's clear when you pull this off, okay? But they'd be sticky. That's why let me grab one. On this one, I put a background on it. Does that make sense? Because otherwise it's sticky. You could probably trim them down. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this right here. I've already done my elves. I'm going to put him here. I'm going to put this one right here. I'm going to grab this little guy and put him like he's hanging down a little bit. So they're all gathered together there. And this is going to go right on here. So first I'm going to snail my Designer Series paper, and you can see that's the back side of it. I'm going to layer that right on top here. And I want them right in the middle. Excuse me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to peel off these pieces. This is going to be the back side. So I'm going to peel that off. Now these are the wobbles. Trust me, they usually come off a lot easier. It's just a little clear strip there. So you see. And I'm going to place that right in the middle of my card. And then I'm going to take off this piece. They're really easy to use. It's just a matter of you see the size of them. Okay. And I'm going to put that one right on here. So these guys all wobble. Isn't that cute? I love it. All right, let me grab another strip here. For this one, I'm going to use the Happy Hello. I'm sorry, a Holiday Hello. Oh, you know what? I think I want the off-white, the very vanilla for this one. Again, I'm just going to snip that off. I'm going to put that back there like that. Not where I wanted it. There we go. Okay, so there's the card. You can see a Happy Hello. That's how easy the wobbles are. They're so great. I love them. Okay, and on the inside again, we're going to use... I'm using the whole stamp set. And actually, there's a couple other pieces I didn't use yet, so let's use that. There we go. And we also have, other than the little present... Oh, yes, we have Just For You. And I'm going to use the snow for the bottom of this. Whoop, pressed a little too hard with that. It's okay. That's going to be the inside. They're called wobbles, Maureen. That W-O-B-B-L-E-S. Wobbles on Amazon. You can get them on Amazon. So there's another wobble card. I know I want to say wobble, wobble, wobble. I think that was a song, a dance song at one time. So there's another little wobble card. Okay, one more thing. I'm going to show you a little wobble. another wobble. This is a book, not a bookmark, a tag. Okay, this is again a leftover piece. So for this one, I'm using the Coastal Cabanas. Now, this is the other framelit from the Christmas time. So I love, 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 love this. Okay, so this one I'm going to bring in Cherry Cobbler. And on this, I'm going to put Just For You. That came out a little crooked, so let me just make sure I put that on. That's what it was. Let me put that up there. There we go. That's why we have two sides of the paper. This one, I'm going to go ahead and snail this guy. This little guy right here. Okay, again, I'm going to reach into my bag of wobbles. Oh, thank you. Thank you, everyone. I know they're so cute. And again, I'm going to take off the back. I knew once I saw that people using these, when I went on Amazon to get them, like I said, you can get them, I think, in 36, 48, or a pack of 100. I was like, yeah, no, I know I'm going to be using 100 of those babies. Okay, so we're going to be putting that right there. I mean, who wouldn't like this cute little tag on their presents? We think, oh, the children, the kids will love it. I think adults will love it too. I know I would. Okay. And then we're going to put that right here. So now I have a wobble tag. The Just For You, I'm going to put right there. You can see I used the other side. There's nothing wrong with that. And then I'm going to bring in some of our striped ribbon, Cherry Cobbler ribbon. I've already put, when you do the tag, you get that hole already in there. So we're just going to slide some ribbon in here. As soon as my fingers start working again here. And all I do is I bring it through and I tie it in a knot here. And there you have another wobble tag. So I hope you enjoyed the video this morning, and I hope you enjoyed the cards and the tags. I'll bring them all back in. I will do still shots. So this was my first tag. Then we have the card that we just wobbled together. My little elves. So this is, again, Elfie. And I will put the information on the Facebook page shortly. We have another little wobble. And then we have another little tag here. Our basic step card. Two of those. And again, I'll show you those when I flip the camera. We have our matching envelopes. Oh my goodness, I did do quite more than I thought, didn't I? We have another little wobble card, the double wobble card. Wobble there and wobble there. And again, that's just an oval with two wobbles on each side. Oh, thank you, Victoria. And here's another one. I know I used quite a few of them, but they're so stinking cute. Okay, and then we have another little elf card. I think Elfie will definitely be at my card buffet next month. He is definitely going to join us. And my elf on a shelf. Oh, thank you, Maureen. Thank you, Linda. Okay, so let me flip this camera. Okay, so again, I want to just try to hold this up for you for the basic. I know it's hard to know which way I'm going here. This is the basic step card. And then here's the other one. And I'll put all the dimensions in here. There we go. So thank you again for tuning in. I really appreciate it. I hope you have a great weekend. Remember, I won't be on Sunday and I won't be on next Friday. I'm not sure about the following Sunday because I do have my retreat. So if you're coming to my retreat, I'm so excited. And if not, I will be showing samples later in the month of what we've been doing. And I am starting to put together my retreat for the winter retreat, which will be in February. Thank you so much for tuning in. And I will be back as soon as I can. Have a great day. Have a great week. Keep on stamping, Stampers. Bye.